Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we are back once again with some more PIDA Roulette Season number 2 content for you guys on the channel. Now today we are back at it again with unfortunately some national decks today, some bog standard normal Pokemon games. I know PIDA is supposed to be about madness, but we're here with national decks, but don't worry, because from week 3 onwards, they're all random metas, they're all crazy, wacky metas, so be subscribed for that if you're not already, for some more wacky content, wacky league games anyway. But today, we're here for some national decks versus Aaron, who we have played before, Manectric versus Mega Manectric, and he's pretty much put in the work for Mega Manectric. That was in PBAL, which was the last Wi-Fi league I was part of, which was definitely a good watch. So definitely go check this out. There's some wacky moments in that, especially the last game of that season. Woo! Because you know I threw away playoffs in that last game 100%. So I'm going to spoil it for you now. But all I had to do was not lose the last game 6-0, and I would have made playoffs. And guess what? I lost the last game 6-0, and absolutely had a massive rage that could not be topped by anything. But anyway, we're here for national decks. As you can see by the poster, lovely poster that is above me, Aaron has got on his team Primarina, Scolipede, Empoleon, Throw, Simipour, Volbeat, Gouge, Mega Tyranitar, Tremecco, and Zapdos. Now you're probably thinking, why is there only 10 mons on this when there's 12 tiers? Now, in national decks, all Ubers are not allowed. None at all. No Ubers are allowed. One of the few metas now, because we fixed it, Peter's got his own showdown where it can break all the metas, and you can bring Ubers, you can do whatever you want with them. We've done away. We've got our own server. It's amazing. But national decks at the moment is one of national decks and regular Sun Shield Ubers, doubles Ubers, all that stuff. Currently have restrictions on them. And Aaron has a Genesect as his tier 1 and a Zamazenta as his tier 2. Now both of those are not allowed in national decks because, well, they're Ubers. You're not allowed to bring them. And my Uber is my tier 1 is an Aegislash, which I can bring, if that is allowed. Because I think that's OU in national decks. And my tier 2 I do believe is what's my tier 2? Infernape, which I can use because that's clearly not Ubers. That is clearly not an Ubers mod, so we can bring that as well. So I can bring my entire 12. Aaron can bring his 10, but his team is still quite scary, especially having a speed boost baton passing Scolipede right there. You can just pass it all to Mega Tyranitar and just win, or pass it all to Gouge and just win, or pass it all into Zapdos and just win. So he has options for that, or Primarina, or even frickin' Simipour. He's got Volbeat as well, which can do exactly the same thing with Tail Glows. I'm terrified. His team is actually scary. But we're going to do the best we can to try and defeat it. And to do that, we have had to bring Aragon, our Galvantula, on that focus staff with Compound Eyes. Sticky Web, Volt Switch, Thunder, Bug Buzz, 56 HP, give you 2 push attack, 200 speed, Timid Nature. This is to outspeed, I do believe, Scolipede? At neutral, or +1. Don't think. I think this outspeeds Scolipede. No, actually, no. This outspeeds his entire team with Sticky Webs up. I do believe. Even if he brings Scarf Primarina. Or Scarf, you know, not Scarf Simipour obviously, but I think at this speed, with Webs up, we outspeed their entire team if everything's at +1. Which is good. Which is absolutely amazing. So we should be okay. So obviously we've got Volt Switch Thunder, because he doesn't have a ground type on his team, so has no electric immunities, which is good. We've got Bug Buzz as well, and Tremecco, and that Tyranitar if we so need to. So yeah, Aragon's mainly here to get up webs because speed boosting is a thing, and I need to try and stop that as much as possible. So Sticky Webs is the option to do that with. Next up, we've got Scrambled, our Chancy, with Eviolite Natural Cure. Bog standard, max HP, max defense set, because it's going to eat up all the special hits from Primarina Zapdos, Trimeco, Galgi, Simipour, Empoleon. You know, doesn't really have that. His only physical attackers are actually Throw, Scolipede, and Mega Tyranitar. And all of those, you know, are quite scary, but we've got options for those in the back. And all the special hits, we can see up for days, because he doesn't really have any of his special ones actually learn a fighting type move, I don't think, other than Hidden Power Fighting. So it should be okay for that. We've got Stealth Rocks as well, because obviously he has got defocus in Empoleon and Trimeco and Zapdos, but you know, rocks are going to be crucial. If all that baton passing rocks up will be great. Wish support is always good. Obviously we've got Seismic Toss as well, because he doesn't have a ghost type, we can just Seismic Toss anything that wants to come in and do some fixed damage on whoever wants to come in, really. So that is our Chancy set for this game, this week. Next up, we've got our defensive core to go alongside our Chancy in Daniel Senior, our Tangrowth, on that Phytidium Z, because Megas and Zs are allowed in natural death. So we've got a Phytidium Z Tangrowth with Focus Blast. So because this OHKO's Mega Tyranitar even with the Sand Up, which is absolutely amazing. I think it does anyway. Yeah, it does. Even uninvested, it does, which is great. If it doesn't, if he's a bulky set, it doesn't, but it still does a lot of damage to it. We've also got Sleep Powder as well, because obviously there is Sleep Pause in extra decks, but it doesn't have a grass. It doesn't have a Sleep Powder immunity, which is absolutely fantastic. We've got Giga Drain as well to get some recovery back off, and I've got Leech Seed as well to get some recovery off, because we're not rocking Lifesteal. We've got to rock that Titanium Lead to deal with that freaking Mega Tyranitar as much as possible, because I'm not risking missing a Focus Blast and losing this time. No way, Pedro, is that happening. Anyway, next up we have Elvis, our Nidoking, rocking Life Orb, Sheer Force, Sludge Wave, Earth Power, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt. Bog standard Elvis set. There wasn't really a better option to bring on Elvis this week, because just this moveset just wrecks house on his team. The Sludge Wave deals with the Primarina, Earth Power deals with the Tyranitar and the Dragouge, Ice Beam deals with the Zapdos, Thunderbolt deals with the Empoleon and the Simipour. You know, options. We all have options here, and they're all quite scary. And Nidoking can hopefully help us pick up a few kills and help us pick up that W. That's all we need you to do, Mr. Nidoking. That's all we need you to do. Next up, we've got our boy Ice Gems, who we're going to be seeing not as much now, because LTC is now over, replacing with BRL, and hopefully BRL will be up soon in a couple of days' time. So you people who voted for BRL on Twitter, definitely go follow me on Twitter, because I'll do polls and stuff like that. What we record on the channel on there. If I get stuck for ideas, Twitter's the way forward, or the comment section, either or. But Sableye here, Will-O-Wisp, Taunt, Nightshade, Recover. I think this is pretty much the exact same set I brought in the video that I did yesterday in my LTC game, and pretty much the same, exactly the same. Because the only thing we can't really touch this thing with is Mega Tyranitar, because it's a Dark type. But it's very unfortunate. It's probably the thing I most want to get freaking Will-O-Wisp, but it's unfortunate. But we can Will-O-Wisp like Scolipede or Throw, but Throw gets Guts. Yeah, so we can taunt the Scolipede so it can't bounce pass out. We can Nightshade it so it can, you know, get some chip off and it does have a normal type, which is good. Having a team with no normal types or ghost types on it with Chancy Ice Gems is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And last but not least, we've got Excalibur, our Aegislash, who's rocking Expert Belt with Stance Change, Max HP, Max Attack, Sword Stance, Rock Slide, Shadow Sneak, Close Combat. And the plan is Sword Stance up, and then we can wreck life with Close Combat and Rock Slide, really. And Shadow Sneak will do a lot of damage to most of his team. Close Combat's mainly there for obviously Tyranitar and Empoleon. Rock Slide's mainly there for the Zapdos and the Volbeat and the Scolipede, and Rock Slide, I think Close Combat, which I think will do a lot to Dragouge as well, especially the Assault Vest set. Why did I just say that? Assault Vest special attack. What am I saying? The bulky Dragouge is what I meant to say. God damn it, I've just been exposed as an absolute fraud. It's ridiculous. But that is our team for week number 2 in PIDA. Now, we didn't spin any mons on this week, I don't believe. We didn't. I think that I spent it all last week. So I don't think anything on this team right now, these 6, I didn't have last week. I don't think so anyway. No, I don't think so. You didn't see that. You did not see that. That was a quick spoiler to the next PIDA video that's going up on the channel. But what we're going to do now is hide that poster. Go over here. As you can see, backstory in this game. Originally, he did bring Genesect on his team, and I said, well, hang on a minute. We're playing National Decks. Found out National Decks unfixed was a thing. Didn't realise it was a thing at the time. He brought Genesect. I'm like, hang on a minute. You're not allowed to bring Genesect. And he said, oh, but it's allowed because you've challenged me to National Decks and it's worked. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not prepared for Genesect at all. Because I knew for a fact it wasn't allowed. So he kindly agreed to replace a mon on his team for Genesect like that. Immediately, quickly as possible, took like a couple of minutes. Which was okay. I think it was Fro. I'm pretty sure it was Fro who we chucked on there last minute. So, it was really good because I did not bring fire moves on anything. Because other than Genesect was the only thing on the team actually weak to fire. Other than Scolipede, obviously, but we've got rock moves for that. We had rock moves for that. So, yeah. So, kindly enough, he did replace his Genesect for a Fro. I know that does seem a bit mean, but it's the rules. It's what has to be done. So, he brought the Mega Ttar, which was the main threat on his team, which is really scary. Mega Transfer is a very scary mon. Obviously, you've got Primarina, which is a special bulky, adaptability to gouge, is scary. Zapdos can be a bit defensive option, you know. Default with heavy duty boots now is a very good mon. Simipour, don't really know what I'm expecting from that because last time I used Simipour was in fact in the black and white versus I did with the Foss back in the day. Didn't have a Simipour for that long, but we had a freaking Panpour for quite a bit, and obviously he's got Fro, who, you know, got slacking this video on the channel. Actually did good work. So, all that plugging out the way, well, let's play the game, and I leave Aragog to get my sticky webs up immediately, as best I can. So I set up my sticky webs as you go through the Blood Wave, live on 1%, live on my Focus Sash, so I Volt Switch out into Nido King, picking another Sludge Wave to eat it up. I do absolutely amazingly, go for an Ice Beam, doesn't kill, so I'm thinking, okay, this band must be Assault Vest. So I don't think Dragouge is known for its special defensive bulk. It reveals the Skull, didn't realise it got Skulled. So I go for an Earth Power to knock this thing out. I went for the Ice Beam because, let me go back. I went for the Ice Beam on the Dragouge because I thought, if I go for Earth Power and he goes into Zapdos, that's a really bad thing to happen. So, I thought, well, if I go for an Ice Beam, I can hit this for super effective and Zapdos for super effective. If I went for Earth Power, I could hit this for super effective and probably kill it. Or go into Zapdos and I just look like an idiot. So I thought, no, he's going to go into Zapdos at this point, thinking Earth Power. I might as well go out into, I might as well click Ice Beam. But he stays in, goes for a Scald. I live on 11%. He doesn't get the burn, which is very good. Earth Power, knock this thing out. Goes into his Throw. At this stage, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to switch out and go to Tangrowth because it can eat up any freaking normal fight. Physical type hit it can go for. Goes into his Zapdos as I get a Leech Seed off on it. As I go into Chancy, knowing it can't really touch me. Defog, and the webs are gone already. It really didn't do anything. Apart from slow down a Throw, which Tangrowth already outsped anyway. So he switches down to Throw, and I wish Tangrowth because this thing can't touch Tangrowth. Gets a crit. Circle Throw to switch me out. Straight back out into Tangrowth. As he starts bulking up. And all he's going to do is freaking Circle Throw me again. But he goes for a miss. But Leech Seed recovery is slowly willing this Throw down. Goes into Zapdos. I go for Giga Drain. So this game was pretty much him predicting me. All I had to do was predict what he's going to go for and play around that with Chancy and Tangrowth, because if that course stayed on the field as much as possible, I could win this game. Because Ttar couldn't touch freaking Tangrowth, and all his special threats couldn't touch Chancy. So what I had to do was play around that. So he taunts my Tangrowth, which means I can't put this thing to sleep. I go into, because he goes out into his Zapdos, I go for a Focus Blast. Because I wasn't risking going for the Z move right now, because I knew it wasn't going to stay in. So I'm going to Scrambled as he Volt Switches out. It's very unfortunate, because Volt Switch on that Zapdos really put in the work for him. Really did. Because he had to pro play me what I was going to go for. Because he did double switch, because he knew I'd switch out into Tangrowth, so he's going to Zapdos. So I just thought, he's going to just Volt Switch out. So out comes Simipour. Which I thought was a very interesting play. So I put that to sleep as he goes out into Zapdos. Again, I go for Giga Drain, does literally 0. And obviously this thing has Roost, so you can just recover that back off as I have to switch out into Galvantula. Doesn't, so I just sack off Galvantula because I thought, well, there's no point keeping that around. So out comes Fraz, I go into Nidoking, go for a Sludge Wave, but this is 7%, which is very, very, very unfortunate. So I think that was a roll to kill. So I just go into Excalibur and get a Shadow Sneak off to knock out the throw, guaranteed. As he goes out into his Zapdos, I go into Chancy thinking, oh, it's going to not do anything. As Volt Switch is obvious because I don't have Nidoking anymore. So it's very unfortunate. So I go for Protect to scout when he wants to go for. Goes for Stone Edge. For this stage I think, oh okay, let's get, if he goes out into Zapdos, I go out into Tangrowth. And Chancy is slowly being whittled down because of all this switching. I can take all these, so I stay in as he goes to the Heat Wave to try and get Leech Seed off. So I knew I could live 1. And with Regenerative, I'm not too worried about switching out right now. So going to Chancy as he goes for a Volt Switch. Again, Chancy is slowly being whittled down, and I'm having to be forced out and not be able to go for Wish because of goddamn Mega Tyranitar coming out. So he taunts me with my Excalibur as he goes into Zapdos. I go for Rock Slide, hopefully. No, we'll go for Close Combat. I thought I was going to stay in and punch me, so I might as well go for that. So I go for that. I then go out into Sableye, knowing this thing outspeeds me. Well, I'd switch it up a bit. Sableye now. So out comes Primarina. Out comes Tyranitar. Knowing I can't practice for that, I go into Chancy. Predicting a Fairy type move. Doesn't go for that. Out comes Tangrowth again. Out comes the Taunt. He's really shutting my defensive core down, which is a really good play by Aaron here. I go for my Z move because, you know, I thought there's the only chance I've got is to get rid of the Tyranitar as much as possible because the Tyranitar is actively working against this team. We go for Roost to recover off my Z move, and now Zapdos can just, you know, do its thing. Revolt switches out. I really needed to have wished here. I do, which is absolutely amazing. I go for Protect to get heal up Chancy up as he goes for a Dragon Dance, which has almost guaranteed me losing this game because Stone Edge now does that much damage to me. Crunch kills me as well. Down goes Tangrowth. Didn't know why he switched out there. I go for a Close Combat, predicting I just wanted to get that Ditto out of the way. Didn't know why he switched out. Did not know why he switched out from this freaking Tyranitar there on freaking Excalibur. But he did. So when his Simipour's asleep, I try and get some recover Excalibur back up to full health. Wakes up, goes for a nasty plot, which I thought was very scary. So I go for a Swords Dance on freaking Excalibur. I live to Surf. I then go for a Close Combat on this Simipour, knock it out. Out comes Mega Tyranitar, which now I do believe outspeeds me. Very unfortunate. Knocks out Excalibur. Now it comes Chancy, who taunts me when he could have easily just, you know, knocked me out at that stage. He gets a free Dragon Dance up because I had to switch out on Chancy. There's the Crunch. Down goes Ice Gems. Out comes Chancy. Goes for a Taunt. Don't know why, because Crunch would have just killed me. So I know he's going to taunt, I'm not going to go for Cycle Top. There's the Crunch. Down goes Scrambled, and GG to Aaron there. He amazingly broke down my Chancy, which was the main threat on my team. Because once, because Throw was already gone, Tyranitar was my only thing that could OHKO freaking Chancy on his team. and having a +1 Dragon Dance up literally wrecked my entire team. I had no switches to that thing whatsoever. Even the ones I didn't bring, I literally had nothing for this. I literally had nothing, because Infernape would have bopped to a freaking Earthquake. This thing had Earthquake. Just what down there. Dragon Dance. I only had a Stab. Even a +1 Stone Edge would have killed Infernape, so that's neutral. Yeah, all my other mons would have just died. Literally would have just died. Because Arbok, I mean, it had Intimidate, but, you know, it's an Arbok. So, everything else on my team would have just died anyway. Next round had an amazing matchup against my team. So, yeah, GG to Aaron. Next week, we are playing Penguin in a 12v12. So, get your popcorn ready for that one, because that's going to be a very long game. His version is already up on his channel, because he's more up-to-date on this stuff than me. So, if you guys want to see that, I'll leave a link to his video in the description of next week's video, of the next PIDA video that goes up on the channel. As always, leave any comments about ways you want me to, constructive criticism to improve these league game videos. If you can think of any, let me know in the comment section down below, because I listen to all the comments to try and improve these series as much as possible for you guys to enjoy. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.